Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. In this episode, I'm going to start something new. I've been working on the scenarios in the videos that I've been creating, and there are many more scenarios still to come out, and I'm happy with those. But this week, I actually got to go to an amusement park that's fairly close to where I live, called Western Playland, which is in El Paso, Texas. Actually, technically, it's on the Texas-New Mexico border, and the park itself is in New Mexico. But really, to get there, you go to El Paso, Texas. Now, what was significant about this park is the fact that this is the first time I've gotten to go to an amusement park in 10 plus years. I love amusement parks, but just between being an instructor, working on my education so that I could hopefully become a professor maybe one day, and the whole COVID situation, I just had not been able to get to an amusement park. So this was the first opportunity I had had in a lot of years. And while the park is fairly simple overall, I really loved going there. I didn't get on all the rides because of the fact that some of them were a bit big and intimidating to me. But I do plan on going back to Western Playland a lot sooner than 10 years from now. And I hope to get my confidence back up and get back to enjoying amusement park rides the way I used to. So with that in mind, I decided I wanted to sort of make my own version of Western Playland. Now, not every ride that's at the park is actually in the game, so I can't put them all in here, and a few of them I'm just going to have to put ones that are close to that ride into the game. I wish I could put them all in exactly as they are, but I'll do my best. So with that in mind, I wanted to start creating Western Playland. Now the way the park works overall is that it basically has a sort of large circle layout. All the rides are sort of on the outside of that circle, except for there's a train that runs around the interior. Also on the interior are some things like restrooms and food stalls and carnival games. So I'll be adding those in as well. And the way I figured I wanted to do this is go ahead and start on the left hand side with the first ride in the park. This will be the entrance, so the ride actually goes outside the park boundaries if the entrance was straight across. But the park actually arcs out a little bit to carve in space for this ride. Now, why did I put in the ride before I started the video? Unfortunately, my computer decided that it wanted to crash partway through this, and I'd already auto-saved what I have here, and I really like it, so I don't want to go ahead and change it. Now, I did make this without any supports to it because I want to go back in and put the supports as they are on the actual ride. As I said, my goal with this is to make these rides and the park overall as accurate to what Western Playland is as possible. There are some things that you have to suspend belief for. Like over here at the actual park, you would see El Paso, Texas. There would be a parking lot right here instead of a tunnel going into who knows where. But if we're looking at it in this direction, I'm going to make it as accurate to the place as I can. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and walk through what we have here. With Western Playland, most of the rides in question are rides that could be considered traveling rides. They're going to be fairly simple rides overall. Western Playland has made them at least semi-permanent, if not completely permanent. So as I said, things like the struts and bracing, I'm going to go ahead and do myself so that they're accurate to what they are at the actual rides in this particular park. So this is a very simple boat ride here. I've gone ahead and put two boats in because it has the capability to do two boats at the actual park. Let's go in here and let's make some changes to it. We've got the two boats. I had put the maximum speed up because of the fact that really I don't like the speeds that they use in the game. So the boats in this case are sort of a lighter blue, something like that. And then the seats, let's see. All right, actually that color would also be the lighter blue. The seats should be a bright red, just like that. All right, so we've got that taken care of. The track color I'm going to leave alone for right now, and we're going to make this named Tsunami, which is the name of the ride at the park. Alright, so that's all accurate. Now, I had been in the midst of connecting the exit ramp here when the game crashed, so let's go ahead and do that, and hopefully the game will not crash on me again. Now, as I said, in all honesty here, it has been a while since I've played the game, so I am probably going to struggle some with some of the controls and getting used to it again. But I'm going to do my best to, as I said, make things work and at the same time make this park as accurate to Western Playland as I can. Alright, we're going to have that like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and probably just leave this video this way while I'm not on camera or recording. I'm going to go ahead and put in things like the struts as well as the landscaping around here. We're going to have a few trees and a few rocks here. Nothing really fancy, as this park doesn't have that type of thing. But we're just going to make it fairly accurate to the park. But I really don't feel like watching me place a bunch of trees is that entertaining for anybody. So I'll do that in between episodes, and then I'll show off the finished product once I come back in the next episode. Also in the next episode, we'll go ahead and put in the next ride, which is going to be right in this area here. If you want, go ahead and guess it what that might be. If you know Western Playland, then it's really not going to be too much of a surprise to you, but you can still go ahead and guess if you'd like to. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get off of paths here. Let's go back to the ride, and we need to test it. So we'll go ahead and unpause, and we'll jump into the boat, see how it rides. I don't plan on charging for the rides in this game or in this park because of the fact that, once again, I want it to be realistic to Western Playland. And with Western Playland, they charge basically for a unlimited ride pass. So I'll have that at the gates, and then just people can ride the rides as many times as they want to. I do wish it would go a little bit faster here than it does, but that is the way it is. I can't really change the water dynamics and such, behavior of the water in the game. But overall, that fits exactly what I want. One thing I did want to mention is I did have to put the exit and the entrance and exit backwards. Really, this should be the entrance over here, and this should be the exit. But I wasn't able to do that. I had to put it this way because of just the layout of the facilities here. But if that's the worst issue with it, I'm not really too concerned. So with that in mind, let's go ahead here, open the park. Right now I'm running this with unlimited money, so I'm not too worried about costs or anything like that. I'm going to lose money probably in this park, and I don't worry about it. Because the whole point here for me is I want people using the park as they actually would be. We'll put the price of the ride down to $0. Let people enjoy it. Then we'll see about putting the price of tickets at what they should be. Alright, so tickets are going to be $30 for a guest. And I believe children, let's say they're $15. There we go. Alright, so we'll have that there. We've got some people coming to the park, perfect. And I'll probably put in some images here of people enjoying the ride. As I said, I'll go ahead and theme it out then. I'll put the little building that's going to go around this. I'll put the supports in place, everything like that, as well as the little bit of greenery that we're going to have here before the next episode. Then we can take a ride on it again with guests on it to see how it is at that point. But for now, if you enjoyed what we've done in this little episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and hope to see you again for the next episode of Planet Coaster.